So the actual thing we're showing is a snippet of a level about 30% into the game called Hell is Right Around the Corner. It's one of the action bubbles in that level. I mean, our levels are constructed of multiple action bubbles. It takes place in what used to be Chinatown before the Nanodome completely overgrew it. And the theme of the level is encouraged stealth gameplay set in a creepy swamp type setting.
The greatest city on Earth. Now a spawn of jungle and ruins.
One theme that we have going across the whole game is the hunted becomes the hunter, right? And all this is set in this urban rainforest, literally, which means that giving the protagonist, who is the hunter, a bow.
Hunt them all down and take back the city.
It's kind of an obvious thing, and it fits really well, and it's just cool. And also on top of that, we added the new feature of being able to fire a weapon while you're cloaked, which really branches out the potential of using stealth in the game as well. You can arm it with a variety of different warheads. We're talking about 2 of those right now, which is obviously the standard one that you can fire while cloaked, and then an explosive one that works a little bit like a frag grenade. And there will be a number of other kind of arrowheads that we will introduce as we go, but for now those are the 2 ones.
In Crysis 2 it began with you were shooting humans, you were killing members of an army, I believe, and then you've got the aliens. Does Crysis 3 work the same way?
Yeah, but we kind of extended it a little bit actually. I would say that the human forces, the Cell Industry army that you're fighting, which is a corporation that you've been dealing with all the way back to Crysis 1, they are actually almost as big a problem for humanity right now as the Ceph aliens are, because what they're really going for is world domination through understanding Ceph technology and using it to gain advantage. So that's one side of it. The other side is that they want you, because you're the only living proof that you can actually merge Ceph material with human material and get something really powerful out of that. So they want you as well, and if they get both those things, they're pretty confident that they will, you know, be on the winning end of things. And you obviously are not interested in neither of those things happening, so you're basically kind of hunting down the pinnacle of both of those enemy factions that you're against, at the same time as having like a personal arc you want to conclude as well, that we're not going to get into now, but will be revealed at a later point. So that is kind of the premise of the game, right? And Cell Industries, in order to kind of contain and get peace in researching all this technology, they built these nanodomes, and they made some kind of fancy public reasoning for this, which is protection and we're cleaning up stuff and it's all awesome. But really what they want is contain the Ceph so that they can do this research, so they can exploit this technology without any disturbance from outside. Obviously with you in the dome, they are getting a lot of disturbance from outside on the inside. You know, you being in there and you taking charge of the situation is kind of a recurring theme in the game that resonates across everything, from the voice acting to the feel of how the mechanics and the weapons are, and obviously the type of weapons like the bow and the urban rainforest setting and all these different things. So yeah, there you have it. And this is very different from movies, I guess. The third one is usually where the game really comes together, right? And that's certainly what we feel here, and the environment's certainly pushing that, both in terms of visual style and mood, but also in terms of supporting our AAA Assess Adapt Attack gameplay formula. This type of environment we're in now is kind of like the perfect foundation for that type, because we can both have a lot of horizontal gameplay like in Crysis 1, but we can also have all the verticality because of the houses and buildings and architecture that we have in Crysis 2, and then we can use it to our heart's content the way that we really want to do it, right? So we have more dynamic range from both a storytelling and a gameplay point of view than we had in the previous games.
Awesome. Finally, your release date and on what platform?
So it's spring next year, and it's going to be on PC, 360 and PS3.